Hey Runaways, I'm actually on vacation right now at a hotel, but I thought I would break down our recent trip that we just took to California with Shay's family. We're going to break down our flights, our car, and our hotel, and the price of admission for a music park and how much we got it for. So you're going to be able to take your family there for cheap as well. Alright, first, flights. One of the most important parts is how do you get there. I mean, you can drive California depending on where you're at in the country or in the world. California is not bad drive, but we flew. The airline that we chose to fly with is Southwest. We love Southwest for a couple of reasons, but for the main reason is actually bags fly free, which is if you fly, you know that is a huge deal. And that allows us to bring back some souvenirs or some goodies when we come back. So we do enjoy that. Alright, and the second reason we love Southwest is because we actually have the Southwest credit card. The Southwest Rapid Rewards Plus credit card. We use their points to be able to fly wherever we want by using points and not money. The only money that you have to pay is for taxes, which is $5.60 each way. $11.20 round trip. $11.20 round trip for a flight that you take on Southwest, which you can't beat. The points that we use for this one is actually 7,169 points for us to get from Salt Lake City to LAX airport. And also with the Southwest rewards card, there's a thing called the Companion Pass, which I'll go into greater detail later. But the Companion Pass allows you to, when you buy one ticket, you're able to get a second ticket on the same flight for free for a companion, and you can name your companion, and you can even change it up to 3 times a year. So Shay is my companion, and I'm able to take her with me anytime I buy a ticket on Southwest. I automatically just hit a button and it adds her to the flight as well. So we get 2 tickets for 7,000 points. We pay $11.20 for each person to fly, and we're good. So once you get there, you have 1 to 2 options. You either rent a car or you can take an Uber to Anaheim. We decided to rent a car, and we rented a car from carrentals.com, and we got a van rental. We got a van simply because we had 5 people with us. And so a smaller car, 5 people with the bags, it wasn't going to work, so we wanted some space, so we got a van. $160.48. So that ended up being about $32-39 per day for 4 days. That was for 4 days. So $160.48 for us to get that van, which with car rentals, that's actually not too bad. That was unlimited mileage as well. Alright, now let's talk about hotels and places to stay. Now, I have been to California, Anaheim area a couple of times. The couple of times I've been there prior to this, I have used Airbnb, and I do love it and I do recommend it, especially if you have smaller kids or if you're going with a larger family, because you're able to get a house where everybody has their own room and their own area to move around. Also, Airbnbs allow you to not have to bring a stroller with you. They sometimes provide that. Every Airbnb that I've stayed at near Disneyland has provided a stroller for you, toys, and also beach stuff like chairs, coolers, towels, everything like that. So you don't have to pack that with you, which is a great option to have. So Airbnb is amazing, but on this trip we decided to book a hotel. We use hotels.com, which we use for a lot of our trips. The hotel that we ended up going with is called Peakcock Suites, which is about 1.5 miles away from Disneyland. So it's within walking distance for us, and I did not mind that at all. We were able to park the car and kind of walk. The one downside I will tell you, I did look at the reviews on here. They do charge for parking per day, so keep that in mind when you're looking for a hotel. Most of them will charge you for parking, so that is the downside for getting a rental cars. With Airbnb, they do not charge you for parking. They usually come with 1 to 2 spots for that property. The price we paid for Peakcock Suites was $699.13 for 4 nights. It was 4 nights, 1 room, but it was a double room and it was a family room, so we actually had 3 queen-size beds. Now for the fun part. When you get to California, of course, you want to go to Disneyland. So the prices that we paid for our tickets to Disneyland, we got from Undercover Tourist. There's a lot of options out there for you to get your amusement park tickets. You can go straight through Disney. There's a lot of affiliate links out there. There's also I believe it's called the Go card for California, that allows you to get into multiple amusement parks, which is also an option. We were only going to Disneyland. We only had 4 days, and we wanted to utilize that whole time for Disneyland, so we only bought a Disneyland amusement park ticket. On Undercover Tourist, there's a lot of deals that they have going on a lot of the time. Now, we knew we were going to Disneyland prior to Black Friday, so we got on Black Friday and found some deals. The deal we got was a 3-day park pass non-hopper, which was $191.76 per ticket. So altogether, $1,150.56 that we paid for 6 tickets at that time. But yeah, $191.76 per ticket for a 3-day pass to Disneyland non-hopper. So that was one park per day. So a lot of people want to do hoppers. I do recommend a hopper in Disneyland if you decide to go. The other times that I have gone, I have gotten a hopper, and it makes a big difference. The Disneyland parks are so close together that going from one park to the other takes little to no time. So I do recommend getting a hopper, but we didn't on this one. Alright, so fun money for this trip. Me and Shay both put aside $500 each in order to go on this trip. Now, we did know, like I said, we were going to Disneyland prior to Christmas. So when Christmas came around, when anybody asked us what we wanted, we asked for Disney gift cards and gift cards for Starbucks and everything like that we knew that we were going to be using there. So we do have quite a few of those, which we were very lucky to have. But we put $500 aside for this trip, and that's for food, that's for gas money, that's for any kind of treats or things that we want to bring back with us from California, if we want to go to the outlet malls or anything like that. So that $500, that's set aside. We do not, if we can get away with not using our credit cards or any kind of cards, we will do that. We will just use our cash. If we have to use it, like for a parking permit or anything like that, and we have to use our card, we just make a note of that, and when we get home, we just put that cash back in the bank and pay off that card. So we just set aside $500 and go with that.
Okay, now that we've explained how we got there on a budget, I'm going to explain to you things we did to get excited about Disney and things we bought before we left. So I'm going to start with things to get excited. So this is a mini version that I made my brother, just of how many days left, so he can tear a ring off every day. This is just scrapbook paper. You can really use any paper you have laying around the house, printer paper, construction paper, but I had scrapbook paper, so this is what I used. I just cut even strips and stapled them. You can tape them instead. Next, we got these M&M containers. We ate the M&Ms, of course, and then we put coins in there, so one with quarters, one with pennies. These are going to be for the penny smasher machines, which are going to be cheap souvenirs. Next, we went to the dollar store and we just got little things for my brother to kind of get excited about and use during our trip. So we got, this is a rag, this is a little puzzle, good for the plane, some cards. These are just regular deck of playing cards, so you can play any card game with them. We got glow sticks because I'm sure your kids are going to want these in Disney, and they're going to be a lot more expensive than $1, so you may as well go prepared. We got crayons. These are Mickey Mouse crayons, and also a coloring book, so good for the plane. Whatever. This toothbrush was not from the dollar store. It was from Walmart, but I believe it was like $4, and it's pretty cool. Let's see if I can get it to work.
I've come here to put an end to black.
We planned going to Disney, so we had asked for gift cards for everything. We didn't ask for these Starbucks gift cards, but they will be usable in Disney, and that's one less coffee you have to buy on those early mornings. We bought this pack of gift cards, which was $70 rather than the $75 that it's worth. And then this is another one we got for Christmas. So these are also another great way to save money, because this will be basically your kids' budget. Once they finish their gift card, they are done. If they lose their gift card, then they are done. And you won't be spending that extra cash. They can use this on treats, souvenirs, literally anything in the park. And next, onto apparel. So really going to the park and buying shirts such as this one. Can you see it?
Mm-hmm.
Is really just a waste of money. We paid $12 and under for all of these shirts that I'm about to show you. And they're just plain t-shirts, but they're comfy. You're not going to want to wear anything fancy in Disney anyways. You're going to be walking and sweating. So this is another one. This is from Kohl's. I think this one was $12. I don't have the price tag to that anymore. These were all either $7.99 from Ross or $9.99 from Ross. And they're really cute. Probably cuter than anything you're really going to find there anyways. And then if you have a box lunch near you before the park, definitely hit that up, because there is tons and tons of Disney stuff. I got this Mickey Mouse hat. I don't remember if it was on sale, but if it wasn't, then it was $18.90. And also treats. You can bring food into the park. You just can't bring in glass containers. So we got these little Mickey Mouse goldfish. Gonna be a cheap treat. We'll bring other snacks, probably some Uncrustables and things like that. Have each of your kids carry one of these drawstring bags around so they can carry their own weight around the park, and it's not too much. Another thing I thought about doing on the trip was to bring my hiking backpack, which is going to have my water in it and keep my food cold as well. And another water bottle that stays cold for about 24 hours, so these are going to be good.
I'm going to get back to my vacation that I'm on right now. But yeah, I look forward to talking to you guys, looking at the comments. Like I said, I'm going to link everything down below so you guys can share in that. Some of these things that I talked about, especially the Southwest one, they do change. So when I'm dropping this right now, that is up to date as of this day, but it could change, so keep in mind for that. There's also a lot of different cards out there, and I'm going to start breaking those down as we go along. Just right now, because we used the Southwest card on this trip, and actually a lot of the trips that we're doing this year. I just thought I'd share that with you, so take a look at that. And yeah, we'll get back to you soon. Thanks.